What's going on, guys? If you've read or watched The Secret and applied what they've taught, I can almost guarantee that you have had little to no success with this. Actually, 94% of people who have read or watched The Secret have seen little to no success with this as well. And the main reason as to why The Secret doesn't work is they're leaving out a key factor. So in this video, I'm going to go over the 5 main factors for The Secret to get it to work. I'm sure that you've either read or watched The Secret. I know I have literally hundreds of times. It's what kind of kickstarted me into the world of metaphysics and really what kind of sparked me to dive as deep as I have and learn as much as I have and have this desire to teach this because of just how powerful this really is. But I also know that 94% of people who have watched or read The Secret and have applied the tactics have not seen any benefit from it whatsoever. And unfortunately, the main reason for that is the fact that they simply just aren't giving you all of the pieces to the puzzle. They're touching on gratitude, which is a huge part about it. Obviously, you have to be grateful for what you have now to attract what you want in the future. The unwavering faith, you can't question yourself whatsoever. You have to believe with every ounce of your being that you can have and do anything that you want. They talk about visualization, using vision boards and creating the mental image of it, of what you already have, and getting it down to every possible feeling for it and like every possible detail to really harness the power of visualization. And that's kind of really where they leave you. So they kind of make it sound like as long as you think about what you want and you're positive about it, it's just going to magically fall into your lap and you'll have to lift a finger, which is the farthest thing from the truth. Now, granted, there are dozens of other things that go into the law of attraction to really make this work as fast as possible and kind of getting it firing on all cylinders, which I will be going over, just not in this video because those are necessary for their own videos because it gets really deep to make everything click. But with the information given in The Secret, that's a lot of positive and get it in the right direction. But the main thing that they don't touch on too much is taking action. They make it sound, like I said earlier, that you can just think about it really hard and it's magically going to fall into your lap, but it's just not the case. If you are wanting to attract $1 million a year and you're sitting at home watching TV all day and thinking about, oh yeah, I'm a millionaire, I'm just waiting for it to happen, or you try to manifest you winning the lottery, or you just kind of don't want to put in any effort because you have it in your head that the law of attraction, yes, it's real. That's without a doubt that it's real. But you just kind of have it in your head that this is real, so this is what I have to do, and it's just going to appear, which obviously isn't the case. And this is for any aspect that you want to use the law of attraction on. You have to keep continuously take steps in the direction to achieve what you want. You don't hope about it, you don't wish about it, you set it in stone and say, okay, this is what I want, and this is what I have, and I'm already doing this. Because once you set your mind to it and get the feeling that you are already there and you've already achieved your goal, so you can really get the feeling of it, that's when a lot of things start clicking. And I mean, I've witnessed this in previous businesses. I'd say probably about 2 years back, I decided that I wanted to get into owning my own painting company. Painting something that I've done a lot since I graduated high school. I've done construction pretty much straight out of high school up till now. Off and on, obviously, I've taken on other ventures, but when I decided that I wanted to start my own company for painting, I had absolutely no connections, absolutely no idea how I was going to get clients because I had never really worked in that sector before. Um, but I set it out that I was going to do this, and I was already a successful painter, and I owned a successful company with it, and I buckled down and laid out the groundwork for what I needed. I got everything and anything done that I needed to create the company. Um, Marketed myself with previous jobs and just jumped in with both feet to creating this extremely successful painting company. And I was able to attract every single thing that I needed to be able to market myself as one of the best painters in my area. And within a week of me doing all of this, like obviously once I got everything laid out and towards the end of me building the company, I was booked out for over a year straight within my first 5 days of really doing this. Um, and I wasn't expecting it whatsoever, but I was able to land multiple contracts with builders. Just too much work for me to handle as a single person. Um, and I was able to build up a tremendous reputation with all of that. And then towards the end of my painting career is when I just wasn't in love with it. And I didn't want to do it as a career. I realized that I wanted to get into other things. And so I started putting the negative seeds out there. And slowly but surely, my contracts fell off. My main contract for home renovations, he decided to actually stop flipping houses and go a completely different direction with his company. And it was just completely out of the blue. And same thing with other jobs, other jobs that I had that were bigger jobs. The scheduling kept getting pushed back because there were issues on the work site. And so slowly, all of the pieces of the puzzle that I had put together were slowly getting lost. And that's because I got out of the zone of being successful and already having this and being on top of my game and being in love with everything encompassing of it. I just kind of lost the feeling for it. And now I don't paint full time anymore, which I mean I'm extremely thankful for because it was a good stepping stone in my business career because I learned a tremendous amount about myself and how to run a company with people that worked for me, and how to schedule properly, how to balance my time, and a plethora of other things that I would have never been able to learn firsthand and experience if I had not built this successful business and then kind of get out and see the transition into something bigger. And that's how the law of attraction works, which is the great thing about it. The more that you get in tune with all of this, then the faster things start to manifest, the easier it becomes. Now, granted, I know that like on this channel I'm speaking about like the law of attraction and entrepreneurship and success and motivation and business and like kind of everything encompassing of personal development, and there is nothing easy about building your own company. There's nothing easy about being successful. It's always going to be an uphill battle. You're always going to have just new battles that you are not prepared for come up. But whenever that happens, that's when you use the law of attraction and have it on your side that, okay, I don't know how to take this on, but I will figure it out. And you don't question yourself. You know that you can handle any situation brought to you, and any aspect that you need to handle that situation is presented to you, and you're able to overcome and learn and grow. And it's just reaffirming all of the information and kind of really drilling it into your head that yes, this stuff is real, and that's reaffirming the unwavering faith that is key for all of this. Um, but at the same time, it gets easier. So it's easier for you to have the gratitude for what you're going through, because it might be the hardest battle you've ever had to fight in a business when you're growing it, but you're grateful for all of the learning experiences, and you can look back on all of the hardships that you've had getting to where you are, and you're extremely grateful for that because it was able to produce this idea, and it was able for you to learn how to handle this, so when this comes up again, it's not going to be an issue and you're not going to see a setback from it. You can push through it, and then you're not going to struggle like you did last time. And then it's also going to reaffirm the visualization part of what you want. It's also going to be able to reaffirm that, because you're one step closer to where you want to be. So taking the action in the beginning is going to be the most difficult part, because you might not know where to begin. You might have no idea what needs to get done, but you just need to take steps. And when it comes to the business side of the law of attraction, like using the law of attraction to grow a business, I know that a majority of people get all of the aspects of the law of attraction and completely understand it, but they are stuck on this business plan time where they reevaluate their business plan. They decide that they need to learn this, they need to do this, they need to do that, and they're not taking the action. So they might completely understand every other aspect, but if you're not taking the steps to be able to benefit from the other aspects, then you're not going to be getting anywhere. Also, now granted, with the law of attraction, there is a ton of information that is a lot deeper, like rewiring your subconscious mind. That's also a huge factor into the law of attraction. But when it comes to rewiring your subconscious mind, there's a lot that goes into it. So, of course, I'm going to be teaching about that, of course, but obviously not right now, because that's a whole other sector of all of this that's a lot to take in. But at the same time, it's another integral part of the law of attraction. But the major steps is just taking the action and believing in yourself. If you can believe in yourself and not question yourself, and know in the bottom of your heart that you can do whatever you're setting your mind to, even if you're the only person that believes that, that's all that matters, is you believe it. If you can start off with believing in yourself 100% and taking action, then the other things become easier to fall on the line, and then down the road it just all meshes together. And starting out, you're of course you're always gonna question yourself. You're gonna sit here and say, you know what, I make $5 million a year. I make $1 million a year. I am a successful public speaker. I'm a successful businessman in whatever field you're doing, and of course you're gonna question yourself, but you need to hit it with the repetition, because repetition is really what's going to make all of this as easy as possible. Because, like, especially when you visualize, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to close your eyes and envision the life that you're dreaming of, but the more that you sit down and take the time every day to close your eyes and envision the life that you want, then it becomes easier. Same with the gratitude part of it. Of course, it's going to be difficult when you're going to a job you hate and you're living in a place that you're embarrassed by and your car is unreliable. Of course, it's going to be difficult to be extremely grateful and appreciative for what you have now, and you're going to be frustrated and say, well, you know what, I just want better, whatever. But you need to constantly use repetition to reaffirm the fact that, you know what, my life isn't exactly where I want it, but I absolutely love everything about it. So to recap everything, to be able to use the law of attraction mainly from The Secret. So to use The Secret properly, you have to have unwavering faith. You need to be able to visualize what you want. And a quick tip with visualization is pictures, because your mind only works in pictures. So the vision boards are a huge bonus, because that's all that your subconscious mind sees is pictures. So if you can put the pictures up and look at them every day, then it's going to be a huge leap in the right direction with that. So we've got unwavering faith, visualization, gratitude, and taking action. I mean, that's the four main steps for the law of attraction to really get going from everything that you've learned in The Secret is just that. Be grateful for what you have, visualize what you want, take the action, and don't question yourself. And in the beginning, and use repetition. Repetition is also the fifth key element is repetition. Constantly reminding yourself of what you can do, what you're going to do, what you already have done, and that's when you start burning it into your head and making it that much more believable. But that's about it. That's what I wanted to cover, was just those 5 main points. I know it's a little bit longer of a video. Hopefully the next ones will be a little bit shorter, but I know that all this information will be good. So if there's anything in the video that you guys were unsure of or didn't really make it that much sense, don't be afraid to comment below. If there's specific things that you would like to get information on pertaining to the law of attraction or entrepreneurship, success, motivation, whatever it is, if there's any questions that you guys have, comment below what you're needing help with, and I'll make sure to do a specific video on that. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, just subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, hit the bell notification, just kind of help the channel grow some more, get more content like this out to you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.